Premier League. 3, Leicester City 0. Aston 0. Stoke City third 2. Swansea City 0. Everton 2. West Bromwich Albion 1. Liverpool 0. What do those results mean? At the top of the table remain Chelsea with 21 points. In with 17 points. In fourth, West Bromwich Albion with 17 points. In fifth, Newcastle United with 16 points. In sixth, Manchester United with 14 points. In seventh, Manchester City with 10 points. In eighth, Tottenham Hotspur with 10 points. Bottom of the table, Leicester City with 1 point. And then reading up the table, second bottom, Crystal Palace with 3 points. Third bottom, Queen's Park Rangers with 3 points. Fourth bottom, Southampton with 3 points. Fifth bottom, Liverpool with 4 points. Champions Cup. Bordeaux 1, Chelsea 1. Spartak Moscow 1, Paris Saint-Germain 2. The Barclays Premier League. Chelsea 1, Newcastle United 0. Everton 1, West Ham United 0. Leicester City 0, Wigan Athletic 1. Tottenham Hotspur 2, Arsenal 2. So what do those results mean to the league table? At the top of the table remain Chelsea with 24 points. In second, Wigan Athletic with 22 points. In third, Arsenal with 18 points. In fourth, West Bromwich Albion with 17 points. In fifth, Newcastle United with 16 points. In sixth, Manchester United with 14 points. In seventh, Everton with 13 points. In eighth, Tottenham Hotspur with 11 points. Bottom of the table, Leicester City with 1 point. And then reading up the table, second bottom, Crystal Palace with 3 points. Third bottom, Queen's Park Rangers with 4 points. Fourth bottom, Liverpool with 4 points. Fifth bottom, Hull City with 6 points. The Barclays Premier League. Aston Villa 2, Queen's Park Rangers 1. Swansea City 0, Chelsea 2. Now let's see what effect that's had on the league standings. At the top of the table remain Chelsea with 27 points. In second, Wigan Athletic with 25 points. In third, West Bromwich Albion with 23 points. In fourth, Arsenal with 21 points. In fifth, rising up the table, are Newcastle United with 19 points. In sixth, moving down, are Manchester United with 17 points. In seventh, Manchester City with 16 points. In eighth, Everton with 13 points. Bottom of the table, Leicester City with 1 point. And then reading up the table, second bottom, Crystal Palace with 4 points. Third bottom, Queen's Park Rangers with 4 points. Champions Cup. Chelsea 2, Atletico Madrid 1. Juventus 2, Sevilla 1.
Hindsight's a wonderful thing when we're all experts who pretend. Where's it going to begin?
The Barclays Premier League. Chelsea 2, West Ham United 1. Everton 1, Wigan Athletic 1. Leicester City 2, Aston Villa 0. Manchester United 2, Swansea City 1. Newcastle United 0, Stoke City 3. Queen's Park Rangers 0, Crystal Palace 3. Now let's see what effect that's had on the league standings. The Barclays Premier League. Arsenal 1, Chelsea 1. Aston Villa 2, Tottenham Hotspur 2. Southampton 2, Liverpool 1. Stoke City 2, Hull City 0. West Bromwich Albion 1, Everton 3. West Ham United 2, Manchester United 2. Wigan Athletic 2, Manchester City 1. Now let's see what effect that's had on the league standings. At the top of the table remain Chelsea with 31 points. In second, Wigan Athletic with 29 points. In third, West Bromwich Albion with 23 points. In fourth, Arsenal with 22 points. In fifth, Manchester United with 21 points. In sixth, Manchester United with 6. In eighth, rising up the table, are Everton with 17 points. Bottom of the table, Leicester City with 4 points. And then reading up the table, second bottom, Queen's Park Rangers with 4 points. Third bottom, Crystal Palace with 7 points. Fourth bottom, moving down, are Swansea City with 8 points. Fifth bottom and falling are West Ham United with 9 points. Champions Cup. Chelsea 2, Bordeaux 2. Paris Saint-Germain 3, Spartak Moscow 1. Tottenham Hotspur 2, Real Madrid 2.
Heart feels so cold that I don't feel it all. Scarred up inside, so I built all these walls. Head rolling back, but I'm faking the rush. Out every night and I'm lonely. I make my own rules and my own plans. I got no room for no man that's not.
The Football Association Challenge Cup. Blackpool 2, Carlisle United 1. Bristol Rovers 1, Wycombe Wanderers 0. Exeter City 2, Hartlepool United 2. Mansfield Town 1, Crawley Town 2. Yeovil Town 1, Morecambe 0. The Barclays Premier League. Chelsea 2, Wigan Athletic 1. Everton 0, Aston Villa 0. Leicester City 1, Watford 1. Manchester United 3, Arsenal 0. Newcastle United 2, West Ham United 0. Queen's Park Rangers 1, Southampton 1. Tottenham Hotspur 0, Crystal Palace 2. Now let's see what effect that's had on the league standings. At the top of the table remain Chelsea with 34 points. In second, Wigan Athletic with 29 points. In third, rising up the table, are Newcastle United with 25 points. In fourth, climbing the table, are Manchester United with 24 points. In fifth, moving down, are West Bromwich Albion with 23 points. In sixth and falling are Arsenal with 22 points. In seventh, Manchester City with 19 points. In eighth, Everton with 18 points. Bottom of the table, Leicester City with 5 points. And then reading up the table, second bottom, Queen's Park Rangers with 5 points. Third bottom, Swansea City with 8 points. Fourth bottom, West Ham United with 9 points. Fifth bottom, moving down, are Southampton with 11 points. The Barclays Premier League. Crystal Palace 2, Everton 2. West Bromwich Albion 2, Chelsea 2. So what do those results mean to the league table? At the top of the table remain Chelsea with 35 points. In second, Wigan Athletic with 32 points. In third, climbing the table, are Arsenal with 25 points. In fourth and falling are Newcastle United with 25 points. In fifth, moving down, are Manchester United with 24 points. In sixth and falling are West Bromwich Albion with 24 points. In seventh, moving down, are Manchester City with 22 points. In eighth, Everton with 19 points. Bottom of the table, Leicester City with 5 points. And then reading up the table, second bottom, Queen's Park Rangers with 5 points. Third bottom, West Ham United with 9 points. Fourth bottom, Swansea City with 14 points. Fifth bottom and falling are Crystal Palace with 14 points. Champions Cup. Atletico Madrid 2, Bordeaux 0. Borussia Dortmund 2, Spartak Moscow 0. The Barclays Premier League. Chelsea 0, Aston Villa 0. Everton 1, Watford 0. And let's take a look at what those results mean to the league table. At the top of the table remain Chelsea with 36 points. In second, Wigan Athletic with 35 points. In third, Arsenal with 25 points. In fourth, Newcastle United with 25 points. West Bromwich Albion with 24 points. the Football Association Challenge Cup. Accrington Stanley 1, Rochdale 0. Blackpool 1, Barnsley 0. Bristol City 4, Swindon Town 0. Burton Albion 1, Chesterfield 0. Bury 1, Bradford City 0. Gillingham 0, Crawley Town 0. Leyton Orient 3, Doncaster Rovers 2. Milton Keynes Dons 2, Colchester United 1. Millwall 3, Newport County 0. Northampton Town 1, Plymouth Argyle 2. Oxford United 1, Exeter City 1. Champions Cup. Atletico Madrid 2, Chelsea 2. Borussia Dortmund 1, Paris. The Barclays Premier League. Arsenal 2, Stoke City 1. Chelsea 2, Watford 1. Everton 1, Hull City 1. Leicester City 1, Queen's Park Rangers 1. Manchester United 3, Crystal Palace 0. Newcastle United 0, Aston Villa 2. West Ham United 0, Wigan Athletic 2. Let's see what that means for the league tables. The Barclays Premier League. Southampton 2, Chelsea 3. Watford 1, Manchester United 1. Let's see what that means for the league tables. At the top of the table remain Chelsea with 45 points. In second, Wigan Athletic with 41 points. In third, climbing the table, are Arsenal with 34 points. The Barclays Premier League. Arsenal 3, West Bromwich Albion 0. Chelsea 4, Hull City 0. Everton 2, Queen's Park Rangers 1. Manchester City 3, Liverpool 0. Manchester United 2, Southampton 0. Newcastle United 0, Watford 0. Tottenham Hotspur 2, Leicester City 1. Swansea City 1, Crystal Palace 0. West Ham United 2, Aston Villa 2. Wigan Athletic 2, Stoke City 1. So what do those results mean to the league table? At the top of the table remain Chelsea with 48 points. The Barclays Premier League. Aston Villa 3, Arsenal 0.
Change.
The Football Association Challenge Cup. Aston Villa 1, West Bromwich Albion 2, Blackburn Rovers 4, York City 1, Bolton Wanderers 2, Chelsea 3, Burton Albion 2, Nottingham Forest 2, Bury 2, Arsenal 1, Cardiff City 1, Watford 2, Charlton Athletic 2, Port Vale 1. The Barclays Premier League. Chelsea 1, Manchester United 1, Everton 1, Swansea City 1, Hull City 0, Aston Villa 1, Leicester City 0, Arsenal 1, Liverpool 2, West Bromwich Albion 1, Manchester City 0, Newcastle United 1. The Barclays Premier League. Arsenal 3, Manchester City 1. Aston Villa 4, Leicester City 0. Crystal Palace 2, Queen's Park Rangers 1. Southampton 1, Hull City 1. Stoke City 2, Newcastle United 1. Swansea City 0, Manchester United 2. West Bromwich Albion 1, Tottenham Hotspur 2. West Ham United 1, Chelsea 2, Wigan Athletic 3, Everton 0. So what do those results mean to the league table? At the top of the table remain Chelsea with 56 points. In second, Wigan Athletic with 56 points, but only behind on goal difference. In third, Arsenal with 46 points. In fourth, Manchester United with 42 points. In fifth, Tottenham Hotspur with 39 points. In sixth, rising up the table, are Aston Villa with 38 points. In seventh and falling are Manchester City with 35 points. In eighth, Everton with 33 points. Bottom of the table, Queen's Park Rangers with 7 points. And then reading up the table, second bottom, Leicester City with 10 points. Third bottom, West Ham United with 13 points. Fourth bottom, Watford with 18 points, with a game in hand on the team above. Fifth bottom, Hull City with 20 points. The Barclays Premier League. Chelsea 1, Swansea City 0. Everton 0, Arsenal 2. Hull City 1, Watford 3. Leicester City 0, West Bromwich Albion 1. Liverpool 2, Crystal Palace 0. Manchester United 2, Newcastle United 0. Queen's Park Rangers 2, Aston Villa 2. Southampton 0, Stoke City 1. Tottenham Hotspur 0, Wigan Athletic 1. So what do those results mean to the league table? At the top of the table remain Chelsea with 59 points. In second, Wigan Athletic with 59 points, but only behind on goal difference. In third, Arsenal with 49 points. In fourth, Manchester United with 45 points. In fifth, climbing the table are Aston Villa with 39 points. In sixth and falling are Tottenham Hotspur with 39 points, but only behind on goal difference. In seventh, Manchester City with 35 points, with a game in hand on the team above. In eighth, rising up the table are Stoke City with 35 points, but only behind on goal difference. The Football Association Challenge Cup. Blackburn Rovers 1, Everton 0. Bristol City 1, Southend United 0. Bury 0, West Ham United 1. Chelsea 4, Coventry City 0. Derby County 3, Leyton Orient 0. Fulham 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 1. Hull City 4, Notts County 1. Leeds United 1, Leicester City. The Barclays Premier League. Arsenal 4, Aston Villa 1. Chelsea 1, Liverpool 1. Manchester City 2, Queen's Park Rangers 1. Manchester United 3, Hull City 0. Newcastle United 0, Southampton 1. Tottenham Hotspur 4, Stoke City 0. Swansea City 2, Watford 2. Wigan Athletic 4, West Bromwich Albion 0. So what do those results mean to the league table? At the top of the table, we have new leaders in Wigan Athletic with 62 points. In second, the former leaders, Chelsea, with 60 points. In third, Arsenal with 52 points. In fourth, Manchester United with 48 points. In fifth, rising up the table, are Tottenham Hotspur with 42 points. In sixth, climbing the table, are Manchester City with 41 points. In seventh, moving down, are Aston Villa with 39 points. In eighth, Stoke City with 35 points. Bottom of the table, Queen's Park Rangers with 8 points. And then reading up the table, second bottom, Leicester City with 10 points. Third bottom, West Ham United with 13 points, with a game in hand on the team above. Fourth bottom, Hull City with 20 points. Fifth bottom, Watford with 23 points. The Barclays Premier League. Arsenal 2, Swansea City 0. Aston Villa 0, Chelsea 0. Hull City 1, Leicester City 2. Liverpool 5, Queen's Park Rangers 1. Southampton 0, Tottenham Hotspur 2. Watford 1, Everton 1. West Bromwich Albion 2, Manchester United 3. Wigan Athletic 2, Newcastle United 0. So what do those results mean to the league table? The Barclays Premier League. Chelsea 2, West Bromwich Albion 0. Everton 4, Crystal Palace 0. The Football Association Challenge Cup. Brighton and Hove Albion 0, Manchester United 2, Chelsea 0, Hull City 0, Nottingham Forest 1, Norwich City 2. Champions Cup. Chelsea 1, Juventus 1.
Hindsight's a wonderful thing when we're all experts in Japan.
The Barclays Premier League. Arsenal 2, Queen's Park Rangers 0. Manchester United 3, Manchester City 2. Newcastle United 1, Everton 1. Stoke City 2, Chelsea 2. West Ham United 2, Leicester City 1. Let's see what that means for the league tables. At the top of the table remain Wigan Athletic with 65 points, with a game in hand on the team below. In second, Chelsea with 65 points, but only behind on goal difference. In third, Arsenal with 61 points. The Barclays Premier League. Crystal Palace 1, Stoke City 0. Manchester City 0, Chelsea 2. Queen's Park Rangers 0, West Ham United 1. Southampton 1, West Bromwich Albion 1. Tottenham Hotspur 0, Newcastle United 1. The Football Association Challenge Cup. Hull City 0, Chelsea 1.